right, folks, Money in the Bank is, well, it's this weekend. Special start time, 3 o'clock from London, England. And let's be real, y'all. This is a really good card. Like, just looking at it on paper, there's not a bad... There's maybe one match that will be probably a little bit disappointing. And that's only because they don't pay attention to it. But this is Jeremy of the High Risk Wrestling Podcast, bringing you the Money in the Bank preview. So let's just dive into it. And look, I obviously don't know the match order, but I'll save the two best for last because that's what the show is all about. So we got the Intercontinental Championship match, which will be Gunther defending his championship against Matt Riddle. And already we're starting out with a match that will probably be a banger. And why is that? Gunther doesn't have bad matches, and we've seen that Matt Riddle is very, very, very capable of putting on a high quality match. Riddle got this opportunity for the championship by winning I believe it was a battle royal. It was a battle royal on Raw to become the number one contender, and Gunther, who's supposed to be a heel and rarely does anything heelish, wants no part of Riddle. Not because he's scared of him, because he, to Gunther and Imperium, the mat is sacred, and according to everybody else, Riddle is just a jokester. He is so much more than that. But I expect this match to be just good. Is there a chance that Riddle could win? I don't think so. I think we're going to end up getting Gunther holding the championship for another month or two, so he can pass, I believe, the Honky Tonk Man. Gunther's going to end up becoming the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history, and that's what we're going for. I don't think he's losing the championship until SummerSlam at the earliest, but expect Gunther to win this match 10, 15 minutes, probably 15, because these dudes can really put on a show. But take Gunther. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, who are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, defending them against former Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And I don't expect this match to get a lot of time. I expect this match to be a cool down match placed in the middle somewhere. And the worst part is, Ronda and Shayna are good. Liv's good. Raquel's okay. But we know what Ronda and Shayna can do. My only complaint about this match is that why aren't Isla and Alba in this match? Why aren't Kaden and Katana in this match? Like Isla and Alba lost the championships. They're just out of the picture. But just Ronda and Shayna are obviously winning this match because they just got the championships. They just unified them. They're not going to lose the championship anytime soon. And we know that Ronda and Shayna, this is what they want, especially Ronda, to really be a high quality tag team. But take Ronda and Shayna. Let's just get to this match now. The Bloodline War. The Bloodline Civil War. And crazy. We knew we were getting this match. It was going to happen at some point. They didn't really drag out Jay turning and joining with his brother long. There's a strong chance this will main event. This probably will main event, because it's Roman Reigns, and he's either going to be the first match on the card or the last match on the card. And this will be a fire match. This match will be nothing short of astounding. See, here's the thing. Here's what I truly believe. I believe that anytime the WWE has a pay-per-view after an AEW pay-per-view, they have to go out of the way to show that they're just as good as AEW when it comes to the in-ring quality, which they are. But if you go back and look at WWE pay-per-views compared to AEW pay-per-views, AEW blows them out of the water with just like the match quality. So this Bloodline storyline, which is the best storyline of professional wrestling right now, and we're not even finished because I think this is the halfway point of the. I think we're over the halfway point of this storyline. But I do think we're near the end of it, maybe another year. But the real question is, who's going to win? And I have this philosophy, and I believe in this wholeheartedly. An established tag team should always beat a tag team that's thrown together. And even though they are family, even though they have tagged together before, Roman and Solo aren't a tag team like Jimmy and Jay. They just aren't. We have to start seeing Roman crumble. We have to start seeing it. So I'm actually going to take the Usos to win this with Jay pinning Roman. It's crazy, right? Because Roman hasn't been pinned since like the Baron Corbin dog food storyline, which was atrocious in and of itself. But this is where the cracks are just destroyed. They're just open. The bloodline is done as we know it. Roman's got to take the L here before he climbs back up just for a little bit longer. So take the Usos. Next up, we have Seth freaking Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Bálor. And look, we know that the World Heavyweight Championship was kind of second fiddle to Roman's WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. I think that's what it's called. But this storyline right here, it fits a title change. Seth has defended this championship a couple times already. And I think it's time to start truly elevating the Judgment Day. And I think that starts with Finn winning the championship. Finn can listen. I'm picking Finn to win this championship. Seth won't be suffering from the loss. Putting the bet on him in the first place was the right move. But I think Finn needs this. He's been waiting 7 years for this opportunity. I mean, his last World Championship match, he kind of just got screwed. Remember the whole thing with the Demon and Roman? It was crazy. But I like Finn to win this because he's been going crazy, and he can hold the championship up until like SummerSlam, maybe even Survivor Series, and Seth can just get it back. But take Finn, because I truly believe that the Judgment Day needs to be elevated. And sticking with the Judgment Day being elevated, I'm picking Dominik Mysterio to beat Cody Rhodes. Cody really hasn't lost since coming back. He's lost to Roman at WrestleMania. He has one loss to Brock. And again, the Judgment Day needs to be elevated. Dom has been perfect in this heel role, this swarmy little prick hiding behind Rhea. And this will probably end up being the best match we see from Dom since he's been on the main roster, just because it's Cody and they can tell the story. This doesn't need to be a 20-minute classic. This doesn't even need to be a 12-minute banger. 8 to 10 minutes, and Rhea helps Dominik Mysterio win. So that's the Judgment Day going 2 for 2 at the moment. We'll get to the men's match at the end. Money Bank match at the end. The women's Money in the Bank match. Now, this one, this match is actually a lot more intriguing than the men's match. And here's why. Every single woman is a believable winner in this match. Every single one of them. It's not like the men's match where we know who's definitely not winning. You know what I mean? But with here, In this match, we have 4 former world champions and 2 up-and-comers, right? And here's why they all have shots to win. Zelina had that amazing experience, amazing moment and match at Backlash. And so you need to keep that star elevated. That's why she can win. We were teased Becky and Rhea on Raw Monday. That's why Becky can win. She's not won Money in the Bank, right? And she can use that opportunity to get the belt off of Rhea. Because listen, Rhea's been dominant. It's going to take a really dominant person to take the championship off of Rhea. Zoey and Trish are the intriguing ones because they're tag team partners, just like how Bayley and Iyo are tag team partners. But Zoey and Trish are interesting because will Zoey sacrifice herself to give Trish the briefcase? Because there is going to be a moment where they're going to have to make that decision. And I think Zoey would help Trish get the belt, whereas get the briefcase. Whereas I don't think Bayley would help Iyo. I think what's going to happen at some point in the match is Bayley and Iyo are going to both be maybe at the top of the ladder, right? And Bayley's already been Miss Money in the Bank. Will Bayley push Iyo off, fully breaking apart Damage Control? That's the question. But as for the overall winner, this is very, very tough. We have Becky. We have 3 from Raw, 3 from SmackDown. If I'm a betting man, I'd put my money on Iyo. Again, Io's another person whose star is rising. And y'all know me. Y'all know how much I love Iyo. She's the best women's wrestler on the planet. And this can fuel the Damage Control breakup. And it could be a perfect way to give us Iyo versus Asuka. That's if Asuka wins Friday on SmackDown, which I'm hoping she does. But take Iyo to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The men's match, it's a little bit easier. Monday we just had Logan Paul randomly added. I don't know why. It was the star power. Whatever. It's Logan Paul. Paul's a star, I guess. But we know who's not winning. Ricochet's not winning. Escobar's not winning. Butch isn't winning. Shinsuke's in the middle. Right? Yes, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Logan Paul. Those are really our 3 probable winners. Would the WWE really be bold enough to put the briefcase on to Logan Paul? That's a serious question that needs to be asked. Do they have the testicular fortitude to do that? Curious. I'm going to say no. I think he's just here to do high spots with Ricochet. So now it comes down to Priest and LA Knight. Priest is a top person to win, just because, like I said before, the Judgment Day needs to be elevated, and if they can go 3 for 3 on this pay-per-view, that's a beautiful thing to behold. Whereas there's probably no more over person right now in the WWE than LA Knight. Yeah, like, are they asked to be so bold and put the briefcase on LA Knight and then have him cash in? Like, he can. I don't think anybody's ever going to cash in on Roman, but he can cash in on Seth. He can cash in on Finn. But to make this guy a mega superstar, you got to have LA Knight win this briefcase, and you got to have him cash for the Roman Reigns. So the men's match is a little bit easy because you know who's not, you know who's winning. And the probables are Logan, Damian, and LA Knight, with my money being on LA Knight. So I'm going to take LA Knight to win the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. So recapping the show, Gunther to retain over Riddle, Ronda and Shayna to retain against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Jimmy and Jay to defeat the Bloodline. Finn Balor to defeat Seth Rollins. Dominik Mysterio to defeat Cody Rhodes. Iyo Sky winning the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. And since there's no women's title match on the card, they can't cash it in because like 4 or 5 of the female winners have cashed in the briefcase the same night. I'm just saying. And take LA Knight, to win the Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? Don't forget to check out the High Risk Wrestling Podcast every Saturday. And don't forget to check out the High Risk Wrestling Recap every Sunday. Peace.